Well, I've been living here for 35 years or something now, and I love this city. I love it so much. I love walking around it and examining all its nooks and crannies. And I was particularly, as far as I was concerned, that was my job when I got to New York, was to see and visit every possible thing I could find. And so there was all this information in me, and I wanted to share it. And that New York is gone now. In 1975, the thought was that New York was finished. There wasn't going to be any. New York was at its end, and this is what it was going to be, some kind of Blade Runner, nasty environment that was just going to go like this forever. And now we live in a completely different, sort of sterilized mall New York, and but a nice New York. It's still a great city. So I like the fact that I have this time capsule aspect of the book. The title, Perforated Heart, refers to some minor, if there is such a thing as minor heart surgery called mid-cab surgery that the author, he is an author in the story, goes through early on in the book. So he has this scar in his heart that has, and that is something that initiates the action, but also he's a heartless character, and he's a guy who's got a problem with his heart in general, and that it seemed to make sense to focus on the heart. I definitely use my own personality and experiences as building blocks to create characters, and I build all my writing out of character. In other words, I start with characters before I start writing a play or writing a book, and then I sort of put them in motion, see where they go. I guess that would be obvious that I use myself like that, but the way I get at character is that my own personal nature is multifarious to the point of being too much for any dramatic character. And what I do is I remove parts of myself that aren't usable for the character. I want to write an entertainment. I want to write something that is funny and interesting and that you want to stick with and not put down. And yet at the same time, I want to get at some very serious subjects. So I feel like my job is to get at the stuff I want to get at, which is what is the nature of an artist, what is the nature of an artist's ambition, and find it through the most entertaining way I can. And that's what I've tried to do here.